Can everyone hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
I think we can start, right? Yeah. Background cũng được. Yeah. Background lại không còn ở trên nhà để này cũng được không? Để đợi chị chút chị.
Good morning, distinguished guests, esteemed speaker, dear participants. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my pleasure to be here to welcome all of you to the opening ceremony of our joint workshop, Mastering Mixed Method Strategies and Application and Systematic Literature Review from Theory to Practice today. Welcome you all. We are delighted to be here today with a shared passion of the advancing research quality, methodological research, and interdisciplinary collaboration. This three-day workshop is designed to empower researchers, scholars, and graduate students with practical tools and theoretical foundation to effectively design and implement mixed method research, blending strength of both a qualitative and quantitative approach, and conduct systematic literature review, which is not synthesize existing knowledge, but also the groundwork of the impactful future studies. It is our pleasure on behalf of the organizing committee to warmly welcome our official delegate, distinguished guests for today's session. From Vietnam Aviation Academy, please welcome Dr. Nguyễn Thị Hải Hằng, President of Vietnam Aviation Academy. Dr. Nguyễn Thị Cẩm Lệ, Dean Faculty of Business Administration. From Knowledge Bridge Research Institute, our co-organization, please welcome Dr. Phan Hồng Đức, founder and president of the institute. Ms. Nguyễn Thị Minh Thủy, event organization manager. And once again, we extend our warmest welcome to all attendees joining the session today. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this workshop is to enhance participant research capability with both theoretical knowledge and practical skill. After a three-day workshop, it aims to foster methodological confidence, encourage critical thinking, and promote scholarly excellence among emerging and established researchers. To help you follow the workshop effectively, please refer to the materials provided via emails and also the distributed document during the workshop. And for the opening session, we would like to respectfully invite Dr. Nguyễn Thị Hải Hằng, President of the Vietnam Aviation Academy, to give the opening speech to welcome us. Sorry, everyone. I missed to introduce the very important speaker here, Professor Shalini from University of India. Please welcome and Shalini for this. Yeah. Okay. This is one speech for Dr. Nguyễn Thị Hải Hằng.
Good morning, my colleagues. In fact, it's not the opening speech. I just would like to say something so that we can have a good start for the coming sections. Yeah, and then before I starting to say something like that, I just would like to introduce my colleagues, our colleagues from our VA's sister university, Tân Trào University, Dr. Hưng, the deputy presidents, and other colleges. So I hope that, and then I can see some, like unfamiliar faces from other university and institution. So I hope that you all will have the very fruitful and meaningful sections for the next 3 days. And on behalf of Vietnam Aviation Academy, I officially warmly welcome you to join workshops on MISH method and systematic literature review, held in partnership with the Knowledge Bridge Research Institute, thanks to Dr. Phan Hồng Đức here. This workshop highlight our shared commitment to advancing research quality and methodology in higher education. And MISH method and systematic reviews are essential tools for producing meaningful, impactful scientific researches, as we all know. Many thanks to our dedicated speaker, Professor Thomas. You will see him tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. And Professor Shalini, and to all participants for your engagement in this. Could you join us?
Yes. Yeah, and we can have a group photo for the class also. Yeah.
Spotlight cho mọi người sẽ thấy.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. and Professor Shalini. So we can start. Before we proceed, we have a quick reminder for you before the first session commences. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Curiosity is at the heart of the research, and most enjoy the process of learning and discovery. So do not let you wait any longer. So we will start our first session today with Professor Shalini with systematic literature review. So welcome on stage, Professor Shalini. So this is your day. Thank you very much. So are you
Can you
can you
hear?
have
Can
can
you
you
hear?
have
And what about the online participants? Online participants, can you hear? No. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I think the voice is better now. We can hear you well.
Better now?
Yeah, thank you very
Okay,
much.
so let me start with this. Okay, so I can use the both. Yes.
during the session, is there any difficulty? You can, if anyone want to have the clarification, you can tell me to explain in the Vietnamese for
Okay.
them. Yeah. Okay. Any you think that is difficult?
Okay, so you sit here, I feel. Okay, so is this mic working? So the I don't, is this working? Can I make this mic working for me? Okay, let me start. So a very good morning to one and all present here. And so let me start with the today's session. Is my voice echoing? Is it okay, Luke? Okay. So this is one of the most important tool, that is the systematic literature review. When we are writing papers, you can even get this published in ABDC A category. I hope we understand this ABDC A category, B category, C category. Do you understand these things? You can actually, my sessions are always very engaging, and I want the participants to participate along with. Right. So if you have any questions or queries in between, you can always ask me. I hope you are able to understand my English language. Am I clear to all? Yes? All are with me? Oh, yeah. Nice. So let me understand this. So what I was talking about is like, um, you need to get your paper published in a very good journal, right? So we all agree with this. So do you know, so I'm starting with the very basics of it. Like, what is a Scopus index? What is the ABDC category indexing? Are you people aware of it? Should I start with this first? Should I start? I need the participants, I will go with the flow. The way you will tell me, I will move that way. So can I start with first, what is indexing? Okay, right. So let me share my screen with all of you. This mic is not good. I think if this works, then it will be better. Yes. Hello, is it working?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine, fine. Yes, yes.
That's it.
So just give me a while before I start with. So let me tell you before we will be starting. So what I will be telling you is, where all do you get this paper published? Like there is a Scopus indexing. Let me increase the font size first. Okay. So, in the world, there are different kind of indexing. Like when you send your paper to some journal, we send the papers to some journals, right? And those journals have some indexing. Those journals have some indexing. I hope you understand this English, right? So every journal has some indexing. So we need to send our paper to good journal. Good journal means the one that is indexed. Indexed. Now, what all are the indexing? There is a Scopus indexed journals. There is a ABDC category journals. Right? There is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 ranking journals. So there is ABS journals, sorry, ABS. There is Web of Science. So when I am in India and my university, what is the index do they prefer? So they prefer Web of Science with SSCI or SCI. So I'll take you to everything. Don't worry, I'm just telling you the names here. But I will take you a brief overview of this as well. right? So it's not that just I'm writing it, I'll take you to that place as well. So let's go to one by one. So let me tell you. So let me type it here. This is Web of Science. So this is the journal list. So you will see over here. So this is a place where you can check whether a particular journal belongs to Web of Science. So this is a kind of an indexing. Please understand, this is a kind of indexing. I don't know in Vietnam, which is the kind of indexing that you prefer, that your institutes prefer, right? But in our organization, this is very, very important. That is the Web of Science. So if you type on the Google Web of Science, so it will take to you this website. What you have to do, let's say I want to write the name of the journal. This is the name of one journal, that is Quarterly Review of Economics and Finance. This is Q1 category. I'll show you how it is. Like, so let me click on this option, search. So it will tell me, can you all see to this? So it is taking me to this website. It is SSCI. So this is one of the indexing that our organization from which I belong to prefers this. So this is Web of Science. So here you can see which journal belongs to which category, whether it is Web of Science or not. So it will tell you this, right? So this is one kind of indexing. So let's move to the another indexing. There's another site that is called as a SciMago. SciMago. Let me write it here as well. For Scopus Index, you type SciMago over here. For Web of Science, let me write here. In Google, you type Web of Science, right? And to understand whether it is Scopus Index, Journal, SciMago, this is one website. So there are two ways of doing this. So there are two ways of doing it, scopus.com and SciMago. So these are the two websites from which you come to know whether a journal is Scopus indexed or not. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, so there are different journals. Let me start this otherwise as well. So there are different journals. So do you understand the journals? Everybody of you understand the journals? The different kind of journal, the different kind of publication houses, different publication houses. There are different publication houses. Like there is Emerald, there is Willy, right? So these are the publication houses. Let me show you this before moving to this. I feel what I can see is like some of you must not be knowing about it. So let me take you to this website first. Let me take you to the Emerald Journal website. So this is a publication house. That is a Emerald publication house. This is Emerald publication house. So these publication houses have some journals with them. So those journals, every different journal is indexed in different indexing. Means what? Every journal, let me take you here. So let's say this is Emerald is a publication house, publication. It has many journals. Each journal is different, indexed differently. Just read the first 3 lines and try to understand what I have written over here. So this is the basics of the journals and how they are indexed, right? So what I have written here is there are different publication houses like Emerald, Willy, Science Direct, and many more. So Emerald is a publication house. It has many journals, right? this publication house, like there is a Emerald, this is a publication house that publishes the journals, right? So it has many journals. Each journal is indexed differently. So let me take you to this website. I hope you have understood the meaning of this. So let's go to a journal Emerald website. So you can say, see to this, there are different journals that is there in this particular publication. Can you see? So this is a main page of a journal, a publication house that is Emerald. This is Emerald Publication House. I'm repeating this again. This is Emerald Publication House, and it has many journals to it. Can you see to this? So it's like it's like a book having different chapters. So like this is a publication house, Emerald. This is the symbol, and it has many journals to it. So just have a look at this. So you can send your paper to any of the journals. If you have written any paper, so you can send your paper to any of the journals you feel like. But before sending your paper to any of the journals, you need to see whether it is indexed in which indexing, right? You need to check this out. Are you able to understand, all of you, please? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is important for you, right? So we have to see. So let's say, let me take you to one of the journals of the Emerald. Like I am from a finance category. So let me take you to this journal, International Journal of Law and Management, right? Or I can type it here. If it doesn't come out to be here, let me type it here. This is International Journal of Law and Management, right? So this is the first journal. Now, so this is the journal. I open this website of this journal. So it will tell you what all are the indexing that it is having. So, you know, when we are sending, because we have done such a lots and lots of effort in writing a paper, then it should be sent to a very good journal. So everybody will agree to me. So when you are writing a paper and you thought that paper is really good, so it should go to some very, very good journal, right? So how do you do that? So you go to this journal website, right? So here, these are the previous issues that it has. And let's go to the journal homepage. About the journal, let me take you to this homepage of this journal so that you can see. Look, so there are different rules and regulations that is being written. It is saying submit your paper over here. If you click onto this, it will take you to a website where you can submit your paper. Then is the overview of this journal, author's guideline, indexing and metrics. So this is very, very important. Look at this. Now, just have a look at this. When I clicked on the indexing and matrices, so what does it talk about? It talks about like it belongs to it is Scopus indexed. And it is Clarivate. Clarivate means it is a part of SCI journals, Web of Science. Clarivate means it is a part of Web of Science, right? So it is a part of Web of Science. So another way to see whether a journal is Scopus index or not, this is one. So let's go to SciMago. This is another way. You click onto this SciMago. So you write the name of the journal. Let me click it over here. You can see if the names comes out over here, so it means this is Scopus indexed. And let's see the ranking of this. Q2. Can you see to this? So this is what the indexing is. This is Q2 journal, right? So this is Q2. So if you are if you think you have made a very good paper and it should go to a very good journal, so how do you find this out? So from here you can find this out. So whether it is Scopus, Web of Science. So I have shown you two things. Next, I can show you how do you find it is ABDC. So what you need to write over here is ABDC. Click here as ABDC. Click over here as ABDC. Now this is the another indexing that I'm talking about. I have talked about, let me repeat this. I have talked about Scopus indexed. I have talked about Web of Science. I have talked about Q1, Q2 ranking. Now I am talking about ABDC ranking. Now I'm talking about ABDC. How do you get to know whether a particular journal is ABDC ranked or not, right? So let me click over here. So this is, you can type the name of the journal here. So let me write this and click. So what you will see here is, if it comes down, so you can see it is B category. So in India, this is also like I'm from a management department. So this is considered as very good when we take this. That is ABDC category. A star, A, B is good. C is also good for the beginners, but when you move in your life, so you always want A and A star, right? So Duke has many papers in A category journals as well. So really appreciable. You have many papers in A category journal and your paper got accepted only recently. Somebody, Mahesh sir told me. Yeah. So this category is very, very important. Right. So I also got some papers of mine published in A category journal, and SLR also, the systematic literature review papers, if it is written over in depth. So that also got accepted in A category journal. It's only your hard work that makes a difference. Right. So I hope everybody has understood this concept and all that. Everybody has understood. Any questions, any doubt, please ask. Is it clear to all? Is it clear? Nice. Sure. So let's move to SLR now. Yes, yes.
Of the factor, how, like a collaboration between the index of the ranking of the journal with the relation impact factor.
Yes, that's also makes a difference. But in India, in our institute, that depends on like what is the category, what is the way your institute is recognizing. Like my institutes go for Q1 category, so it has a high impact factor. So Q1 papers, Q1 category papers, they have a high impact factor. So that is a direct relationship over there. So that of course is that important, and that paper got cited more and more. Citations, we understand this word?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So let me show you like what do we mean by citation? Like there is a Google Scholar citation. Like many people will refer to your paper, right? If it is published in some good journal with a good impact factor.
But like there an argument between the technology and management economics, and we said that normally for the natural scientific field or technology field, the paper is easier to be published in the high impact factor journals than in the management field. And then there are the comparison, because that is in our organization, and in some other Vietnamese university here, we are like the author can get the money like award for the good paper, like a Q1. For Q1 you can get such amount of money, and for Q2 that is less. And then many, like normally we at first for the previous, we have the policy that if you are in the natural science or technology field, and then you have the paper, to publish in the high impact factor journals, like quick one is not, you are not, because it's not, because the people say that it's not difficult to be published in it for the technical guys, technical journal, than in the management one. So what we we set up the way. It's difficult for us to find out the way to balancing, whether, because we just would like to appreciate the workload of the researchers. And is there any way to calculate that is to compare, because we are here, we are not only one field, we are the multi fields. And so how can we compare, for example, for in comparison with the management field, for example, a paper in the technical field is easier to be published in the quick one than than in the management or economics. You have the same?
It's very difficult to get paper published
Yeah.
in A category.
Yeah.
So we have to work harder.
But because of, we are thinking, I'm thinking about the policy when we give the award appreciation to the
Yes.
researcher, we need the scale so that we can balancing it.
Okay, so actually, I take position. So they prefer the papers that is published in Q1. They give the highest award.
Mm.
And for SCI, if it is SCI and Q1, so they give a more award. And there is one organization, there's one organization in India, that is Jaipuriya Institute of Management. So they pay around 2 lakhs per paper if you get it published in A star category. So this is how, this is this is a policy that you have to decide, which is the most important thing in your and in your organization. So this is a policy matter that you have to decide, like what will be A category, like you give more preference to A category, A star category. So like for the management, APTC is a good way.
Okay.
We will discuss it later on as well. Like
Yeah.
we think we have to make certain policy about it. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, but we cannot hear you. Sorry, but we cannot hear you at all.
You see, you just talk. I put here. Can ask. Can
Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you. We can hear you.
Everybody is able to hear me now? Yes, yes, yeah.
you can just put down. Yeah.
Okay. So, so what is there? Am I audible or not? Not with this? Am I audible now?
Yeah, they hear.
Acha, okay, through phone.
They hear.
Okay. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. I think if I can use this, I can move around as well. So let me tell you one thing. So when we have to start with the Scopus database, so just type scopus.com in your laptop, all of you. So you won't find this page. You won't find this page, I feel. No? Yes, because our organization, they have subscribed to this database, right? So again, this Scopus database has number of journals indexed to it. Scopus database. So this is a Scopus database. It has many journals that comes under the Scopus database. So our organization that has subscribed to it. So that is why I can see this page over here. So let me show you this. Let me show you this. So look at this. So you can always see to this, like there are multiple options you can make a search for when our organization is subscribed to a Scopus database. So let me tell you how to do the search in this kind of a case. So this is, we normally go with article title, abstract, and the keywords. So let's say I want to do the search on, I want to make a search on, let's say the topic is impact investing. Now we are starting, please remember, now we are starting with the SLR, and these are the very basics of the SLR that I'm teaching you right now, right? So let's say, so this is the first thing you have to decide. What is the topic you want to go for? So what is the first thing that we go for the SLR? The first thing that we go for the SLR is deciding the topic of your interest. It can be green computing. It can be impact investing. It can be green bonds. I'm just telling you the things, the topics, because each and every one of you must be interested in doing a different topic. So the first thing when we go for a SLR is to decide about the topic that we want to go for. Right? So once you have decided the topic, let me write it here. Now we are doing the SLR. The first thing is to decide the area you want to explore. This is the very, very first basic step. This is the first basic step. So let's say I have decided the topic impact investing. So let's say I'm interested in doing
a research. I wanted to go for a topic that is impact investing, right? So now what is the most important thing? You have to, once you have decided the broader area, so now you have to decide the keywords that you have to put in the Scopus database, right? What is the first thing that you will be doing here is the first thing is to decide the area you want to explore. It can be anything. So let's say I'm deciding upon the topic that I want to go for impact investing. So this is the first thing. And for that, we need to have a keywords that you have to put in the Scopus database. You have to decide the keywords for doing the research, right? So let me do it simultaneously for you. So this is what the website is. And what you will be doing is you will be putting the, in the search document, you will be putting the topics. You will be putting the topics or the keywords over here. Right. So let me put a keyword for you first. So it has to be in inverted commas. So let's say impact investing. Let me increase the screen size. Now, impact investing, right? So it is a very one keyword, right? So don't put one keyword. The keywords has to be more than one. You understand that? Because this is very broader impact investing, right? So what we can think of is, let's say impact investing is one, sustainable development is another. Can we use the keyword impact investing and sustainable development? Can we use that word? So this will be, this is one word and, right? So what is the another word? It has to be put in inverted commas over here. If we are using more than one word, so it can be impact investment as well, or impact investment. That's it. Yes. And sustainable development. Right? All are with me? All are with me? Are you able to understand? Because I want the participants to be fully aware, fully awake, right? And be with me all the time. Sure? So you're enjoying? Okay, so let's move ahead. So, what is it that I'm doing? What I've written over here is rather because the topic of mine is impact investment. So, what I have done is I have used the different keywords that is impact investing or impact investment. So, they are the one and the same thing, they mean. And what can I write along with this is sustainable development. So, I need the papers. I need all those papers from the Scopus database that has these keywords in their abstract, that all those papers that has the keywords in their abstract title or the keywords. Like, look at this. Let me show you what I have. Just have a look at this Scopus database files, Scopus article title. Now, if I will put the words, whatever the keywords that I will be putting here, it will search in the article title, abstract, and keywords of all the papers that is indexed in Scopus. I hope you understand this line of mine. So, all this impact investing or impact investment and sustainable development, it will look into the all the papers that is indexed in Scopus. It will look in the article title, abstract, and keyword. So I'll tell you how. Let me add this. Okay. So let me click on the word search over here. So can you see just by the click, just by click, so we got around 177 documents. Can you see to this? So this is very, very helpful. Now we will extract a Excel file, that is a CSV file now. So look at this. What it has done is, so it has got 177 documents. We can narrow down this search as well. So let me take you to this thing. So what you have to do is, this is one thing. So now initially, just make a note of this. Initially, we got how many papers? 177 papers, right? So you have to write this. So what we are doing right now is the research methodology part. This all will go. So whatever we are writing, whatever we are doing right now will become a part of research methodology of your SLR paper, right? So whatever we are extracting the papers from the Scopus database, and how we are doing it, the whole process of it, it will become a part of your research methodology. So all this will go into the research methodology. Please remember this. Research methodology section of the paper. So this whole will go into that. So we have to write it here. So initially, how many papers have we got? We have got around 177 papers. So let's move ahead. So if we want to narrow down our research, narrow down these papers, so what we can do is, so there are different options on this side. So like this, just see my cursor over here. So you can see, so if we want to narrow down this research, so we have this subject area. So what we can do is we can narrow down this research. We can click on the business management and accounting. So because I'm from a management field, so I can click onto this. So let's say the social science, economics, econometric and finance, business management and accounting, right? So let me limit down my research to this. So just see, it will reduce the number of papers. From 177, it becomes 149, right? So we can narrow down our research again. So we need, when we just make sure of this, when we are doing a SLR, just try to include only the articles, only the articles. So when we are doing a SLR, so try to include only the articles. But when we are doing a bibliometric analysis, so we can include everything. We will be talking about bibliometric on Monday. So when we are doing SLR, just try to include the articles only, right? So let's click onto the articles. And we need only the papers that is written in English. So we can narrow down our research to this as well. So how many papers do we get? So this is 64. So this is a final papers that we will be making use of when writing the SLR. Any queries till now? Because this is the most important part when we are extracting the data from the Scopus database. So this is when you are writing a SLR. So just make sure that you have an access to this. Or what you can do is, let me tell you my experience with this. So our organization do have this database, but if you do not have an access to this database, what you can do is you can collaborate with the people outside your organization, and you can have, you try to collaborate with those people that have an access to these database, right? So let me tell you, it is very difficult for any single person to write a SLR. Try to write this paper in a group of people, right? So you decide to which people you will be taking. So you take those people that have an access to the Scopus database as well, because this is the first most important step. Just by a click of a command, you get all the papers related to a particular topic. And believe me to this, there is no other way, no other good way of doing this except this. Right? Is that clear to all till here? Any questions, any queries? No. Yes?
A question regarding the topic.
I have a question regarding the keyword.
Mhm.
How we can find the synonyms of different relevant
Yes, I'll tell you.
keywords.
Okay. So let's say if you do not know the synonyms, so what will you do? Okay. So let's say you know a broader topic. So let's say we have put only impact investing here. So what we can do is like, you just put this once on this and you will find many keywords out here. Can you see to this here? This is one way, right? And what is the another way? So there is a website that is a Google Scholar. That is also a very good website. That is a Google Scholar. Click onto this. You put over here. Impact investing. Okay. You got so many papers on this topic. This is also a very, very good website. If you do not have an access to the Scopus database, so you can go to this website and this is free of cost and you can type it in your laptops and you will come to this. I want all of you to please go through this. I want each one of you to do it right now. Those who have an access to the laptops, please put this, any keyword, whatever you think, please do that.
Các anh chị nếu như mà mình có thắc mắc gì qua cái phần nào mình cần share lại hoặc có phần support thì các chị có để ưu tiên có thể hỗ trợ mình. Ví dụ như cái này mình có thể lên Scopus, có cái tài khoản Scopus mình Scholar, Google Scholar. I have one more question.
She is having a question. Yeah.
The keywords user then I wonder like how to export to
I will do it. I'll tell you now. This is the part that is left. We'll be doing it right now. We'll be doing it. Yeah. What is the question you are asking for?
that is in case we don't have Scopus account, is it possible for us to use the only Scopus? Yeah, we need to include all the three database like the website and Scopus and also the schools, like the SLR.
Yes, you can. But like Google Scholar is a free version. So, but you cannot have the file. I will be exporting. Yahan pe what you can do is you can export the keywords. You can find out the keywords from it. We were coming back to your question, the first question. So you were asking about the how to select the keywords as well. So what you can do is you can put the broader topic over here and you can see in the abstract or the keywords over here these papers, and then you can put this into the Scopus database. Like you can go to this paper and you can see the keywords out here if it is having, or otherwise you can see from the paper itself, right? And then it will help you to put the some of the keywords over the Scopus database, like here. So that is what I was trying to make you understand. But Google Scholar, you cannot get the CSV file. We are going to download this file now. So let me show you. So this is the next step. What is the next step? Click on to this all. So what will happen is you will be able to export there is an export. Click on file type CSV. So it will take you to this page. Click over here. Click onto this, all the information, and there's a button called as export. So just click onto this. So it is exporting you on this. You can see it's a CSV file and it got downloaded, right? So let me take you to that file. Now, this file is the most important thing. So when you write the SLR, this is one of the most important, just by a single command, right? Just by clicking onto this, you have got around 64 papers, not the whole paper, but the information about the papers, right? So let me tell you what you see to this. Each row, all the information except the full paper, you got the information of all the papers. Like this first row will tell you the information about a single paper. So I have already given you a Scopus database file. So you can open that Scopus data file in your laptops and we will read it together. So you have to understand what the information is given to you. Open up the files that has been given to all of you. So there is a Scopus database file that is there with you. So please open that file.
I will send. I will send.
You have not sent? Oh, acha. I have mailed you yesterday. I mailed you the file yesterday, All the documents you can send to the participants.
Yeah. No, something is absent in this. What is it?
Oh, it's out.
But it's showing.
Okay. So anyways, let's move ahead.
I need your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, acha, okay, it is in. Okay, okay, Professor. Yes. Okay. So, okay, anyways, if you do not have an access, I think she will be sending you the Scopus database file. Or, yes,
Questions about like for a systematic. They
minimum papers?
Yeah.
40 papers is good enough. Web of Science? Yes. Um, look, I always do the paper with the help of only Scopus database and nothing else. That got published. No, not even Web of Science. Because let me tell you one thing. So, if you use both the databases like Scopus and Web of Science, so that is good. That is always good. But I have only used Scopus database and it got published in high quality journal.
Editor says that like Scopus is not
Yes, I agree with that. But I have always been doing with the Scopus indexing. So, but what if, look, there is no harm in adding the another database that is always there. But I always prefer doing it only with the Scopus database. Yes, this is what I do. But if you want, you can always add. You can always add a good number of the databases that you like to do. Right? Yeah. So you were asking, let me tell you, there are two ways of getting your paper published. One is by paying a fees, that is called as an open access. And there's another way of you getting your paper published without fees. So in enrolled journals, enrolled publication house, they have both the option in all the papers. Right. So when you go for an open access, so these options comes. Okay. So you can have gold access, you can have some other access. So because I've never tried for all those. I've always done without open access. Right. So this is for the open access. Yeah. Yes. Open access, you have to pay the fees. Let me show you to this from this journal. So let's move to this journal. So authors guidelines. Look at this. Can you see to this? Look at this. Open access submissions and information. So this is on every journal page, home page, you will get this option. Like Emerald, they have both the options. You can go for the open access and you can go for the without the payment. Right. So this is, so they have different categories for that. So that is what you were talking about.
Is this meaning that that just a choice of the authors,
Yes.
or is mean that the paper is less quality to be published in the open access?
No, it's not like this because A category paper as well, they publishes the same paper, right? So A category paper has to be stringent. If they do not follow the norms, if they do not adhere to the policies, they will be out next year if they are publishing the not the good quality papers. You understand? If they do not publish the good quality papers, the A category, A star category, so they will be out of the indexing next year. So they have to adhere to the policies and the rules and regulations that is made by the indexers. Like ABDC is an indexing, Scopus is an index. So if a journal is not doing good and they are not following a ethical practice, it will be out of those things. So they have to follow the proper norms. Yes, of course, they do. Sometimes they do publish the papers because they get the fees. I have seen that. But at the end of the day, they have to be very strict. Yeah. Even if it is open access. Yes.
Open, so the reason for the author to choose to publish in the open access journals is that they
want more people to access to their page.
Yes. They are easily available. Anybody can see that paper. Nobody has to pay for the fees. But let's say if I have written paper and it is not open access, so you have to pay a fees for that. Everybody has to pay a fees and then only they can see my paper. So that is the difference. Yes. Yes, they're similar. So what is the difference? Let me tell you. Let me tell you the difference in the two things. Let me write it here. So these are the two things, right? So but the only difference is you pay fee. That's it. That is the only difference. And what is the difference? Outsider has to pay the fees to access your paper, and this it is available to everyone. So that is the difference between the two. This is open access and this is not open access, right? It is both peer reviewed. Everything follows the same process. The process remains the same for everything, but the only difference is this, right? Yeah. So let's move ahead. So we have got this Scopus database file. So what I was telling you, I want each one of you to read this file. If you do not have the files with you, so please read these files. Look at this. What all information have you extracted from this database file, right? So everybody please read this now from this. So what is the first paper? The second row, sorry. The second row consists of all the information about the first paper, right? So what is that? That is the author. This is the first paper. Author full name, title of the paper. So this is the title of the paper. So do we have a common So do we have a common email address so that I can send you right now? Do they have a common email address? Through one mail, I can send to all the participants this thing. This file to everyone. You have sent it? Achha, okay. So you already have got this files with you. So please just open this and try to see what is there inside. Everybody of you, please open this file and see the information that is there. Okay. Everybody, please open these files on your laptop and see to this. It's okay.
So we can have a break because some of the lecturers have a meeting in the lower staff. We can have a tea break and then we can back. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
So you are going? No, we have to make a break. Okay.
Yeah.
You just announce this.
Dạ mọi người nghe mình có một cái break xíu tại một số điểm còn chỉ định là giống như thì tiếp số thì đây số để định mình có cái break xíu và anh chỉ có mai rất là trong quá trình học là thầy cô nào mà chưa có mai cần đi support ở quý thầy cô nghe là nó càng tổ chức là support đặc biệt dạ hai ngày trong lúc Zalo với thầy có Zalo cái không thể chị export để đây một cái example, ví dụ trong một cái role một cái dòng đó mình sẽ có nhiều cái sẽ từng cái cái tí là xuất trình tên gì thì cái mình sẽ làm cái gì dạ. Đó là cái file gì thì cái mười mấy mười mấy để số cái file ra dạ dạ vậy thì vậy tại vì chắc là cái này mình lấy ví dụ để xem là mình số ra những cái thông tin nào là thông tin mình đặt ví dụ cái nào để mình nói dạ mình có một cái script này.
Excuse me. I want this to be on a charging, my laptop and this phone.
Charging. Dạ. Dạ có.
So this needs to be put on charging, I feel. Yes. And this phone is to be charged as well. This is loop phone because I'm taking. Oh, I did not see that. No, this is not my phone. Let me see if charges from this one.
Let me check. Yeah, I think it's the same. Yes, okay. Yeah.
Is it good?